we're on the break again now. We are Felipe Anderson. He's in behind his fullback, Anderson. He's caused absolute havoc down his left-hand side. He pulls it back to Manuel. Lanzini, it's not great. Bowen, oh, good grief. Goodness, that was a shot. I was thinking, go on, J-Bo. Channel your inner Van Basten. And that's what I got. Goodness me. YouTube, how the dog and duck are we doing? Nathan here again, back again with episode 2 of the West Ham career mode. And let me just quickly jump into the preview of what is coming up in this episode. So first of all, we're finishing off pre-season with the final of the European International Cup against the German side Eintracht Frankfurt. Now I know you're all thinking it's only pre-season, but I'm old-fashioned. Silverware is silverware, and when you're West Ham United, you take any form of silverware you can. Beggars cannot be choosers. And then after Eintracht Frankfurt in the final game of pre-season, we will be, of course, rolling into the start of the Premier League, and that will commence with a home game against Manchester City, followed up by an away tie at Brighton, before we head down to Vicarage Road to finish off the episode at Watford. Right then, now if you've not watched episode 1, which I recommend you do because it makes sense to watch episode 1 before you watch episode 2, but I'm not here to try and tell you how to live your life. So if you've not watched episode 1, let me quickly run through the format of how I'm going to do this career mode. So we're going to do a play 1 sim 1 kind of thing with 4 games per episode. So as I mentioned before, we've got Eintracht Frankfurt in the final of the European International Cup first of all. That will be a play, so we'll play that one, and then we'll roll into the season against Manchester City, and that will be a sim before we play Brighton, and then finish off the episode by simming away to Watford. And the reason we're doing this play 1 sim 1 is just to make the outcome a bit more realistic, because we don't just want to win everything. It's going to be a bit too easy. We want to put a bit of pressure on the games we're playing. For example, we could easily lose to City in the sim, and we could easily lose to Watford in the sim, which means that Brighton game then becomes important because we need to get points on the board, you know, to demonstrate a good start to the season. Because if we don't beat Brighton, then we could start the season 3 games in not having picked up a win, and all of a sudden we're on the back foot. So that's why we're doing the play 1 sim 1 kind of thing, to make it more realistic, more challenging, and make any success we have even more sweeter, because we know it's been more of a challenge. But without any further ado, let's crack on with the episode. First up will be Eintracht Frankfurt. Let's go, baby! Just quickly before we dive into the first game of this episode, I had a long hard think after episode 1. So remember, I had a bit of a dilemma about captaincy. I wasn't sure who to make captain, and in the end I went for Issa Diop, but I'm thinking that's not the way to go right now. I'm thinking more along the lines of Declan Rice, you know, London boy. Give him the responsibility. He could be here for years. Well, hopefully he's going to be here for years to come, if not the rest of his career. So why not give him the ultimate show of confidence and make him captain? It might be a little bit early for him, but surely he can grow into the role. And you know what? I'm a brave manager. I live and die by my decisions, and I'm going to make Declan Rice captain of West Ham United. Bobby Moore 2.0. Let's go. So before we dive into this European International Cup final against Frankfurt, let's just quickly run through the team. In goal is Lucas Fabianski, left back Arthur Masuaku, centre halves we've got the skipper Declan Rice, next to him we've got Issa Diop. On the right back we've got Jeremy Ngakia, who's deputising for the injured Ryan Fredericks. On the right hand side of midfield we have J-Bo, Jared Bowen. Central defensive midfield, the screen in front of the back four, we have Souček. In front of him we have the two continental, the little bit of flair, the bit of guile, you know, the ones who can see a pass. We have Fornals and Lanzini. And then the left hand side we have the Brazilian flair of Felipe Anderson, and then up front we have the brand new Bobby Zamora, Sebastian Haller. So without any further ado, let's jump into this final. Silverware is silverware, and I'm counting this as silverware. So let's win this trophy and get this season off to a perfect start. Come on, you Irons. Here we go then, it's the final of the European International Cup, and we are at the Signal Iduna Park, the home of Borussia Dortmund, to hopefully bring home the first bit of silverware of the season. It's West Ham United versus Eintracht Frankfurt, and yeah, we want this trophy. There it is, we want to get our hands on that trophy. Any type of silverware, we're like a magpie, we see something shiny and we want it. So without any further ado, let's go. Come on, you Irons. Lanzini, Bowen, Ngakia, inside to Lanzini, out to Bowen. It's quick interchange, it's nice, and we've left Frankfurt in our wake here. It's Jared Bowen, he's herring down on goal. Bowen, it's nice, it's Jared Bowen! Oh, what a save that is. What a save by Trapp. Jared Bowen, wonderful down that right hand side. Oh, it's a good effort. He's hit it with his weaker right foot. It's a good save by Trapp. It's a good start, though. Come on, you Irons. Oh, but Bastos has kept this in. We've all sort of gone to sleep there. And it's Bastos, the lanky Dutchman, I think. Souček got to try and get across in the cover. Cross comes in. It's well out by Masuaku, but we all just fell asleep there. And a better ball in there by Bastos. We could have been in a bit of trouble. But here comes Felipe Anderson. Anderson. Oh, he's done his man. He's done Torre. He's left him in his wake. This could be dangerous here for Frankfurt. It's Felipe Anderson. Oh, he tries to lay it across the Fornals, but it finds Souček. Oh, it's another chance and another good save by Trapp. West Ham United asking all the early questions here. Frankfurt showing a bit of resistance. It's a good save by Trapp.
Well, that was the chance.
I can feel it coming.
The manager's frustration is there for all to see.
In she comes by Anderson. Declan Rice goes up, wins his header. Haller! Oh, that would have been something special. Back out to Felipe Anderson. What can he do on the bar line? He drives at this Frankfurt back four. Anderson, he's in the area. Anderson's done well. He pulls it back. Lini! Oh, Lanzini. Manuel, one of the smallest men on the pitch, rose like a salmon there. And it's another good save by Trapp. He's keeping Frankfurt in this game. Haller, Souček, Lanzini. Does well. It's punched away. They're living a dangerous life. Sui on the bits. Sui's on the bits. Goes back to Ngakia. And Jared Bowen's in behind here. Jared Bowen. Trapp again. Lanzini. Oh. It was 4 nows actually. We are turning the screw all kinds of ways. Haller. Oh, it's off the bar. You can't write this. You could not write this. We've done everything but score. Everything but. The French Bobby Zamora rises really well. He cranks his neck back, but it's off the bar. Masuaku's on the bits, does well. Are we on the break again now? We are. Felipe Anderson. He's in behind his fullback. Anderson. He's caused absolute havoc down his left-hand side. He pulls it back to Manuel. Lanzini. It's not great. Bowen. Oh, good grief. Goodness. That was a shot. I was thinking, go on, J-Bo. Channel your inner Van Basten. And that's what I got. Goodness me. Thomas Souček. Here they come. Bastos. It's in the box. Good block. Captain fantastic. Declan Rice putting his body on the line. That's what we love to see. Souček. Again he gives it away. But this time he gets it out his feet. He finds Fornals, who finds Felipe Anderson. At the end of his first half. Is there a chance here for West Ham? There might be. If he gets his head up, he'll find Haller! It's in. It's in. It's Sebastian Haller. It's been coming. It's a wonderful goal. Absolutely wonderful. Against his former club yet again. It's the big French Bobby Zamora. Sebastian Haller. What a wonderful volley. It's great wing play by Anderson. The centre half gets caught in no man's land. Haller peels off. Penalty spot. Freedom of the whole box. And he just buries it. Trapp, no chance. It's been deserved. West Ham 1. Frankfurt 0. Get in. There we go then, half time in the final of the European International Cup, and it has been a very, very dominant display by the Irons. I mean, Trapp has kept Frankfurt in it. I don't know how he's managed to do it, but we have been at them since minute 1. But it's only 1-0, but we'll take it. Half time, West Ham 1, Frankfurt 0. Here we go then, we've rang in the changes at half time. We've brought an Antonio for Haller, Grady Diangana and Yarmolenko came in on the flanks for Jared Bowen and Felipe Anderson. In the middle, we've binned off Lanzini and Fornals and brought on a bit of a hard Brexit combination in Nobes and Wilshere. And then at the back, we've freshened it up. We've taken off our left back, Masuaku, and brought on Cresswell. And we've taken off the skipper, Declan Rice, and Ogbonna has taken his place. So, of course, the armband has landed on Mr. West Ham himself, Mark Noble. More of the same, boys. More of the same. Souček. Is there a chance here for Diangana? He's in behind. He's onside. Grady Diangana. The man we brought back from West Bromwich Albion. Diangana! Oh! And that is why he was in the Championship. All the brilliant build-up. Great run. Great first touch. Fantastic speed. But then when it came to the finish, he shut his lines. Ogbonna. Wilshere. Diangana's in again here. Grady Diangana again down his left-hand side. They are not respecting what this man can do. They've left him all the time in the world. Diangana pulls it back to Jack. Wilshere! Again trapped with the save. Wilshere lacking that cutting edge. Will all these chances come back to haunt us? I hope not. Grady Diangana again. He's been a good outball in the second half. Diangana. Souček. Cresswell's on the overlap. He's found Cresswell. Cresswell could be in here. Aaron Cresswell, the fullback. It is Aaron Cresswell. And that should be that. Wonderful overlapping run by Aaron Cresswell. He got in behind and the English fullback has smashed it into the back of the net. No transfer trap this time. Surely now we have one hand on the trophy. It has to be all over. There he is, racing in behind. Gareth Bale-esque. Superb there by Cressy. West Ham 2, Frankfurt 0. Chandler, stop the cross, Cressy, stop the cross. Oh, it's fine. Kamada. Kamada. Ooh. Little snapshot there. Little warning to say don't switch off, you Irons. Do not switch off. It's the perfect start to the career mode. We have won the European International Trophy, beating Frankfurt 2-0 in the final. Wonderful. Great to see. Come on, you Irons. Let's install this winning mentality early doors. I know it's only the pre-season, but a trophy is a trophy, and it's a trophy we will take as the boys line up to receive the accreditation and the trophy. Here we go. Here we go then. European International Cup champions 2019, West Ham United! Come on, you Irons! Yes! A sign of things to come. First bit of silverware, and not the last. Come on, you Irons. Right then, here we are back at the career mode hub, and we've got a few messages. A transfer offer for the goalkeeper, Anang. Joseph Anang. He'll be going to Gornik Zabrze. I believe that's how you say it. Or to be honest, I haven't really got a clue how you say it. But they've made an offer for Joseph Anang, and we're happy to accept that. Hopefully he can get off the books and have a prosperous career away from London. Prize money, we've won an additional 3.1 million. That will come in handy very much in January when we look to buy some reinforcements. Superb. And then from the board, congratulations on winning the final of the European International Cup. Fantastic. Oh, news just in. Pablo Zabaleta has left the building. He has made his way to the West Midlands to join up with Nuno Espirito Santo at Molineux. We've got about $1 million for him. It's a decent bit of business there. He was an old man. I mean, the stair lift alone was costing us quite a few bob at the training ground, so we're quite glad to get him off the books, to be honest with you. So yeah, Zabaleta's gone to Wolves. Another offer here for Anang. 140,000 by WSG Tirol. Once again, happy to accept. Wherever he wants to play football, just go there, mate. PSV Eindhoven has shown interest in taking Zande Silva on a one-year loan deal. It sounds good to me. Zande, go tear up the Eredivisie. Happy days. Right then, here we go. She's back. The Premier League is back. It's the first game of the season against Man City. And of course, as I mentioned earlier in the episode, because we played the last game against Frankfurt, this will be a sim. Okay, we're going to have to sim this game against Manchester City. Let's just make a quick change to the squad here. I believe Ryan Frederick should be fully fit now, which he is. So he'll slip in for Jeremy and Ngakia, who did well. I believe Cresswell. I just have a feeling Cresswell could have a good game here. So I'm gonna bring Cresswell from Masuaku as well. There we go. Cresswell in for Masuaku. It's going to be a very, very tough ask to try and get anything out of this game against Manchester City. I mean, let's be honest, we could just get battered. It's a very, very likely probability. Yep, don't worry, Cresswell. I've put you in the team, big man. Do not worry about it. Happy days. Let's keep all the boys happy. And let's roll forward for the first game of the season against Manchester City in the sim. Oh, no. Here we go. Close our eyes. I don't want to see. I don't want to see. I don't want to see the damage. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we've been beaten 1-0. You know, it's not the end of the world. We've not disgraced ourselves. We've been competitive. No injuries. We've lost 1-0. It's not the end of the world. We move forward. So it's a disappointing start to the season. I mean, it was a 1-0 defeat. It's not the end of the world, but transfer talks for Aphelion have broken. All his transfer talks, they keep breaking down, man. These two players, Anang and Aphelion, their transfer talks just keep breaking down. If they don't move on soon, I will just release them. So I'm not having players who I'm trying to sell just keep breaking down transfer talks. I felt I could have done better in the Man City game, but thanks for playing me, boss. Don't blame it on yourself. You did alright, Cressy. We lost 1-0. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Alright then, let's roll forward into the first play of the season. It will be against Brighton. We've got another loan offer though for Ben Johnson. Why is it all these Polish teams coming in for all our youngsters? I'm not surprised they keep turning it down. I mean, if I'm an 18-year-old from London, the last thing I want to do is piss off the Wisla Krakow. You know what I'm saying? You don't really fancy it, do you? But anyway, we accept the loan offers. Hopefully they go. As we roll forward to the first game of the season. Yeah, see, Ben Johnson's rejected his loan move. Not surprised, but we'll keep him on the market and hopefully a suitable club comes in for him. But anyway, here we are. It's the first game of the second game of the season, the first play of the season, and it's very important now that we pick up points in these games because we've lost the first game to Manchester City. Although it's not a bad result losing 1-0 to Man City. It puts a bit of pressure on this game. We really need to try and get something out of it. Brighton away in the first play of the season. I'll quickly run through the team. We've got Fabianski in goal. We're sticking with Cresswell, Rice, Diop and Fredericks. In the midfield, Anderson on the left, Bowen on the right. In the middle, we have Fornals, Lanzini and Souček. Then up front, we have the Bobby Zamora 2.0, Sebastian Haller. Let's go. Here we are then at the Amex Stadium for the third game of the episode. The second game of the season, but the first play of the season. And we're hoping here to pick up our first points of the season after losing our first game to Manchester City. Suddenly this game, there's a bit more pressure on this game now, because if we lose this, 2 defeats from 2 doesn't represent a very good start. So come on you Irons, let's get some points on the board. Haller brings Cresswell into the game. He goes down to Anderson, back inside to Haller. It's good football this by West Ham. Oh, they've run into each other. Oh, it's comical. It's comical. Fornals. Down towards Felipe Anderson, who will drive here at Montoya. He's put Montoya on his arse. Fornals gets it back. He's the wrong side of Aaron Moy. Fornals blocked. Haller! Big goal. It's a poacher's finish by big Sebastian Haller. The French Bobby Zamora was sharpest, quickest to react, and on the turn he smashed it into the roof of the net. It's a wonderful start for West Ham. 10 minutes in here at the Amex, and we've taken the lead, and it's our big French striker, Sebastian Haller. Wonderful. Here we go. It's good work by Anderson. Fornals gets the wrong side of Moy. It's a decent strike. It's a good block, and who's quickest to react? Sebastian Haller on the spin. Look at that. Oozes class. Absolutely rockets it past the Australian Matt Ryan. No chance. West Ham 1, Brighton 0. It's a big switch on there by McAllister out towards Pascal Gross. Get tight to him, Cressy. Get tight to him. No cross. No cross, Cressy. Well done. And you too, Felipe. Get back. Well done. Force them back. Force them back. Sui engage. Sui engage. Good tackle, Souček. But they're in here. No. And don't. Morpie. It's in. I think it's Neil Morpie. Brighton have equalised. And that came out of nothing, really. It is. It's Neil Morpie on the bits. We'll cut open there. It's McAllister with a little slide ball down the side. It's a good save by Fabianski, but the rebound just takes everyone out of the game, and it falls to the feet of Morpie, and he sticks it away, and there is trouble in paradise here. Brighton have equalised. Brighton 1, West Ham 1. Brighton have their tails up now. We have to be careful. We don't want to completely throw this away. McAllister, again, he's driving forward. Got to stop this cross. Away she goes. Moy wins it. Proper wins it. We're in trouble here. We're in big trouble. It's 2. We've fallen apart at the seams here towards the end of the first half. From 1-0 up, we're 2-1 down. It's Pascal Gross. Oh no. Oh no. And if you hear that popping sound, that'll be the bubble bursting.
Well, as you can see,
we've committed there with Cresswell. He's dived in, he's not got there, and it's left Pascal Gross with the freedom of Brighton. Fabianski flies out but can get nowhere near it, and we find ourselves from 1-0 up, 2-1 down. Oh, goodness me. Goodness gracious me. 2 quick fire goals from Brighton have rocked us. But Souček to Lanzini. Lanzini has the vision. He finds Haller. Is this the moment? Sebastian Haller! Oh, it's off the bar. Oh, it's off the bar. That would have been the perfect response. But Brighton have survived. Our first half that started with such hope and promise and adulation, with Sebastian Haller's given us the lead, quickly came undone with 2 quick fire goals from Brighton there that really rocked us. And for about 5 or 10 minutes we were all at sea. All at sea at the Seaside. But at half time it's Brighton 2, West Ham 1. All to do in the second half. Come on then boys. A big 45 here, I believe.
Ready now for the second
Let's see the character. Let's see this West Ham spirit.
Pressed hard.
Lanzini.
Just a reminder, we have more absorbing action from the Premier
Souček.
League coming your way here on EA TV.
Lanzini,
It's
Fornals.
West Ham United taking on Watford.
Haller gets it out of his feet and finds Cresswell. Who's in behind there? It's Pablo Fornals again. Big Dan Burn for company. The ball comes in. Souček! Oh, it's off the sticks. It's off the beans. For the second time this game, we've hit the beans. It's Tomas Souček, and we needed that to go in. Things are not going our way. I'm going to bring on Jack Wilshere. Declan Rice recycles it. We need to keep the pressure on. Souček. Wilshere. Goes out one more. Cresswell. Anderson. Back to Cresswell. He's in behind. Is there a chance? Haller! Oh, he's there again. He could have had a hat-trick today, Sebastian Haller. He could have had a hat-trick today, and we're going to quickly make a change. We've got to go for it. Right, we're going to bring on Masuaku for Cresswell. And we're going to bring on Mikel Antonio for Jared Bowen. Oh, mate. We could so easily be 3 or 4-2 here. It's another big save by Matt Ryan. We need something. We're knocking on the door. In she comes again. She's cleared. We just can't get hold of the ball. They're just knocking it round as Brighton sapping the life out of the game. We're in trouble here. We're in trouble. It could be curtains. It's curtains. We've been tucked away on the south coast. We've been put to the sword here by the Seagulls. It's a very, very poor result. Maybe this is going to be a longer season than I anticipated. Oh dear. We've thrown bodies forward and we've been caught. They've drawn us in. They've slowed the game down and then hit us with a killer counter-attack. But yet again, it's the rebounds that have killed us. Rebound City, Rebound FC, aka Brighton and Hove Albion. We've hit the woodwork twice and not got any rebounds. They've had 2-0 shots and scored from 2 rebounds. Some would say the game has looked upon us today and said, you're not winning this game. I don't care what you do. You are not winning this game today. It certainly feels like that. Brighton 3, West Ham 1.
Jahan Bash.
The fourth official has
And the referee has added on 2 minutes of stoppage time. And options in the centre.
Go to the man, man. Go to the man. It's disgusting. First bit of hardship and they down tools.
No wonder he's off celebrating.
It is. It's poor. It's 4. It's a hat-trick for Alexis McAllister. For goodness sake, it's 4. I'm in disbelief. I'm in disbelief. It's horrendous defending. No one knows where they're supposed to be. We've been pulled apart there. We've been hit for 4 on the Seaside. It's absolutely embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. West Ham 1, Brighton 4. I am absolutely devastated with that. We go through pre-season, win every game, comfortable, we look good. And in the first play of the Premier League season, we turn up to Brighton and we're just not at it. We're not at the races. We get an early goal and I think we think it's going to be easy. And before we know it, we're 2-1 down. Things didn't go our way. We could have easily got back into the game, but we've capitulated at the end there. A bit of capitulation, and it's Brighton 4, West Ham 1. Absolutely gut-wrenching, but we've got to roll forward. We've got to march on to the final game of the episode, which will be a sim away at Watford. And if we don't win here, you know, things haven't gone well. It's not been a good. If we don't win here, it's not been a good start to the season. You can see already we're 18th in the league. 2 games in, 0 points on the board. Just going to roll straight into it. We're not going to change the team. 2 draws so far for Watford this season. Oh, thank God. They've spared our blushes in the sim. In the sim, West Ham have spared our blushes. It's a good win away from home at Vicarage Road. Okay, we have got some points on the board. No thanks to us. Thanks to the fact we managed to win the sim. We'll quickly do this final training of the episode. Things have ended on a slightly higher note there after the lows of getting pummeled 4-1 at Brighton. We've managed to come back, bounce back with a good victory there at Watford. But that will round it off for this episode. Let's just quickly preview the next episode before we say our goodbyes. So in episode 3, the 4 games we'll be playing, we'll be kicking things off with a cup game away at Burton Albion. That'll be a play. Hopefully we can have a good cup run, so it's important we get a good result there. And then we'll have a sim at home to Norwich City before we play away to Aston Villa after the international break. And things will finish with a sim at home to Manchester United. So some tough games next episode yet again. We'll have to be at our best to try and win in the plays, because we were humbled 4-1 by Brighton. Who saw that coming? Who saw that coming? All pre-season we were dominant, we were comfortable, and then we turn up at Brighton and we get our pants pulled down. They well and truly shit in our cornetto, it has to be said. But there we go then. We'll have a quick look at the table before we finish things off. Here we are then, 3 games into the campaign. We sit in a modest 12th position. No thanks to me, thanks to the sim. The one we got in the sim against Watford has seen us up to 12th. It's not been the greatest start to the season, but hopefully we can bounce back and, push up the league in the next episode. But that'll do it for episode 2 of the West Ham Career Mode. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please make sure to like, comment, add, subscribe, and look out for the next episode, which will be coming out shortly. But yep, until then, I've been Nathan. Thank you for watching, and keep it steady.